Oh, back once again, people. It's Dan, the Bearded Toon fan, again, back for another post-match review and reaction. I don't know how all you Newcastle fans feel, but I'm flat as a pancake. Absolutely flat as a pancake. And don't get me wrong, fair play. Well done, Man City, and well done, Pep Guardiola. He noticed that they were struggling at times, breaks down that second half. Got to about the 69th minute, and I think Alvarez, he blew one over the bar, and I think Pep Guardiola said, right, come on then, KDB, come on, you son, come on, son. He's got to be, guys, the last 6 to 8 years, probably the best midfielder in the Premier League. He's up there with the likes of Lampard, Gerrard, David Silva, all of those now, in my opinion. He's fantastic. He come on he's been off for like 4 months, 3 months, whatever it is, right? He comes on, he just literally moseys through the middle of the park there, slams it in the bottom corner, and then that assist as well for Oscar Bob. I know there'll be a lot of people slating Trippier for that. And yeah, he could have stepped up. But it's the way he conceded as well, and it's the timing of the conceding of that goal, the winner for them. It's a sickener. You know, a 2-2 draw against Man City. You're leaving the stadium thinking, right, we were lucky there. Let's be honest, Man City were better than us. They are better than us. But they're bench, guys. They're bench to bring on. KDB. They had Grealish on the bench. Didn't even bring him on. They had that Oscar Bob kid. Never even really heard of him, but he comes on, you know, scores a fantastic goal late on. Great touch, double sort of pivot, whatever he was doing. Round to Bravka, boom, finishes it. I will say, though, fair play to Newcastle. They had a lot of critics. A lot of people were blaming Eddie Howe and stuff like that. But the first half, I thought it was a fantastic game. If you're a neutral and not a Newcastle or a Man City fan, you would have thought that was a phenomenal game of football. It was. It was end-to-end. It was like a basketball game. Early on, so the first 5 minutes of the game, you had that horrible injury for the keeper, Edison. I hope he's all right. I hope he gets well soon. However, Christ almighty, how the fuck, excuse my language, but how the fuck did Bruno not score as well? Amiram, I think it is, plays him through. And Bruno, he never gets set. He's off balance, hits with the outside of his boot. Don't know what he's doing. But then later on, you get that lovely ball he puts through for Isak. What a touch, left foot. I thought his touch actually took it away, took it in the favour of Kyle Walker. Plays it then in and then just curls it round Ortega. What a goal that was. Fantastic finish. And then literally, I think it was 139 seconds later, literally just sat down relaxing, just, well, come on, 1-1, you know, still thinking that Man City will win it because it's like last season, we went 3-1 up against Man City in a high-octane game, similar to this today, but we had St. Maximum on the left, and Gordon was like that as well with his goal. Fantastic, took it on. Kyle Walker showed him a little bit too much respect, I think, for, yeah, go on then, see what you can do from here. And he took it. He took that chance. He just bent it around the keeper. Another phenomenon. Maybe the keeper wasn't set right. Should he have done better? But I'm not taking nothing away from Anthony Gordon. I think that was a fantastic finish from him. So that's another goal for him. So I think that's now 7 or 8 goals for him in the Premier League and about 6 or 7 assists. So he's having a phenomenal season. We just come up against a different beast today, guys. And it's a shame because I know we only played Sunderland last week and they were a championship side, but there was loads to be positive in that. And today there was. There's no shame to losing to Man City. The reason why I'm devastated and a little bit gutted is because last minute winners. It's like I saw that 90th minute and you could see us, we were just dropping deeper and deeper from about 65, 70 onwards. And when they put KDB on, it was just gutting. Absolutely gut-wrenching. One thing I will say, and I'm not slating any of our players, they all put in a very good, hard, battling performance today, 1-11. But Sean Longstaff, again, for me, you know, first half, he's just well off the pace. And don't get me wrong, we had Sean Longstaff, Miley and Bruno in the middle against Bernardo Silva, Rodri and Foden. You know, let's be honest, guys, there's no contest there, really. I reckon Bruno's probably up there with them, but nowhere near him as well at the same breath, you know. And I love Bruno to bits. Like that ball he put through for Isak, that was a phenomenal assist and also a phenomenal finish from Isak and Gordon. So they were good goals. I thought their goal was good. Silva's goal was fantastic. KDB's, to be honest, all 5 goals in the game, you could stand up and applaud for just, it was a great advocate for the Premier League. It was a fantastic game. Obviously, I'm gutted being the Bearded Toon fan. I'm absolutely devastated because my team have come out on the wrong end of it. But deserved. You know, City deserved to win. The only thing I will say, look at our bench, guys. Look at our bench. So our first 11 today is good, but it's good for 60 to 70 minutes maximum. Then we need to bring at least 3 or 4 changes on. But you look on that bench, you've got Hall to bring on. Okay, Hall's a good player, but where are you bringing him on to, you know? Then you've got Ritchie still, you've got Kraft, you've got Lascelles, you've got Karius, the keeper, you've got Dummett. No disrespect to these guys. They took us to a certain direction. They took us to a certain place with Newcastle United. They were fantastic for us when we needed them. But now, you know, if we're going to move on, and I know the injuries, I don't want to make excuses for us why we lost today, but if we would have had at least 3 or 4 of those injuries, Willock, Barnes, even Murphy, Jacob Murphy, who me personally, I don't rate him, but he's done very well for us under Eddie Howe, definitely under Eddie Howe. But even those front, there you go, that's 3 players. Wilson, you could have changed the entire front 3 and then maybe gone a bit octane in the second half, but we had none of that. There was nothing we could do. And I know now they're talking about FFP and things like that. We can't buy any players and Solanke's too expensive for us and blah, blah, blah. I don't like the way we speak like that. Yeah, we might be under FFP and stuff like that, but don't tell everyone that because it makes us weak. In my opinion, it shows weakness. You telling people we can't buy someone like Solanke, no disrespect to him, he's had a phenomenal season. I'm not slating Solanke at all, but when you come out and say things like that, you know, this week for Toon fans, I don't know how you guys are feeling as well, other Toon fans and maybe even neutrals, but we had like 2 kicks in the stones. We had Darren Eales come out. He was very frank, forthright with the FFP situation, the amount of money, the revenue, 39% higher than last year. And then obviously that's not taken into account. Now we've got the Adidas deal, the seller on the front of the shirt deal, and also the Champions League money, which will go into the next year's accounts. So we'll probably be, instead of 250 revenue, it'd be like 320, 330 revenue. But it was just like, we might have to sell like a star player and things like that. Stop saying things like that. Where are we going? We built this team up to where it is now. If we sold either Botman or Bruno or Isak, I know people are going to say, yeah, but you have to do that because then you can then go and buy a few other. How are you going to buy a player? Who are we going to get? If you sold Isak, who are you buying him for him then? You're not going to get Haaland. He's at Man City. And who else is better, in my opinion, in the league? Who is a better striker at the moment in the Premier League than Isak? For me, I love Watkins at Aston Villa, but that's it. There's no one else in the Premier League. So if you were to sell, I'm not saying we're going to sell Isak, but this is what's been said. You know, Bruno, Isak or Botman, you sell either one of them. Who are you going to bring in that's better than them or on par with them? Even if you buy 2 or 3 players in, there's no saying that any of those 3 you bring in are as good as them. So yes, I understand FFP and we have to sell players and stuff. Maybe we have to sell an academy player. Like Anderson. I like Elliot Anderson, but maybe we'll have to sell him for 20 million. Just give us that extra bit of money. Or Sean Longstaff for 25 million, 20 million. You know. I'm really proud, though, of the boys today. I thought they put on a really good performance. Very good, solid, heartly performance. 2 fantastic goals. They scored 3 fantastic goals as well as Man City. But it's Man City guys as well, so I'm not going to get too over the hill and too angry or anything like that. But it's just the way we lost at the end. Lastminute.com. They're the worst losses in the world. And this is the thing. I know it's Man City, but we've had this happen a lot this season, guys. We lost last minute. Well, we drew against Chelsea away in the Carabao Cup, but we more or less lost it when Trippier made that howler, tried to header it, stroke, kick it back to the keeper. God knows what he was doing. But they capitalised. Mudryk, who hasn't scored all season, or if he has, very, very minimal, then he scores, takes 2 for penalties, knocks us out. AC Milan, 1-1. We're definitely, if we hold it at 1-1 at 85 minutes, we're going to get Europa League. Instead, what do? We go all out to get a winner. Yeah, okay. I can see how he gets away with it afterwards. Eddie Howe and the players, they can just say, well, we went to win it to try and get in the Champions League. Yeah, well, sod that. You're not going to here. Because AC Milan are sat back. They're clever. They've been in this situation loads of times. So they're just going to sit back with their banker four, and then just hit us on the break. That's exactly what they did. They had 2 attacks from 85 minutes onwards. They scored a second goal, killed us. Done. So that's one example. And then the other example is the Chelsea, that's 2. And then tonight, 3. And don't get me wrong, Man City are phenomenal. But the third time, guys, you know, lastminute.com. Trippier drop. I don't want to have a go at Trippier. But run up, man. Play Oscar Bob offside. But great ball by KDB. Nothing against them. I'm definitely Eddie Howe in. I'm not him out at all whatsoever. But I'm just a little bit worried because we need to get some players in. And another thing, guys, see if I'm taking this thing that. But you know when Oscar Bob scored the winner, and I know Calvin Phillips plays for Man City, and he might not end up at Newcastle. It might just be smoke and mirrors and all load of bullshit in the press that we're going to get Calvin Phillips. But you see the way he celebrated. If he ends up at Newcastle United and he celebrated the way he did when they scored the winner, he can go and fuck himself as far as I'm concerned. I'm being serious. Because I don't want players there like that. At the end of the day, if you're coming to Newcastle United, if he does, if he doesn't, then do whatever you like. But if he's coming to Newcastle United, say he's there next week and he's in training, and he celebrated the way he did, I'd be like, I don't fucking want you here. That's my personal opinion, but that's because now I'm a bitter, angry fan at the minute. With how things are going with the transfers, I think the transfers and that are going to cripple us this season. And I know we had Man City today, but now we're 10th. We're 10th now. At one point, we were back up to 7th. It looked fantastic. But even then, I would have been happy with just drawing. 2 each is a phenomenal result against Man City, in my opinion, home and away, wherever you play. I think a draw against Man City any time of the year is a great result. But just to lose it right at the end, I feel so sorry. Now, man of the match for me is Fabian Schär. I thought, guys, he was phenomenal, absolutely fantastic from minute 1 till minute 90. There's a few others that really, but everyone battled hard though, in fairness, like running, a lot of running, a lot of foots in. Dubravka again was very good, solid for me, I thought. There's a few people I've seen on YouTube and fellow podcast channels that are saying that Dubravka should have maybe have come out, but I don't know. I think Trippier should have tried to play him off. Excuse me then, sneezing. But as I say, I'm going to go. I'm absolutely gutted. But well done, Man City. Absolutely deserved it. This is the Bearded Toon fan. If you do like my honest opinions, reactions, all things Newcastle United, please like and subscribe and comment to my channel. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. Let me know if there's things you want me to add. If you want me to do player ratings. If you want me to do pre-match analysis so we can talk maybe structurally about the teams, who I think is going to be starting. But we need a back Eddie Howe, don't we, guys? He's struggling there. He's got a lot of players out injured, and I think his hands are tied slightly. I think the owners aren't giving him the money for players, to be fair. And I know we've got the FFP, and we're right on the cusp of damaging our FFP, but we got to sign players, guys. I think from now, we've got 2 weeks off now until we play Fulham in the Cup. And I think from now until then, we need to sign at least 2 players. And for me, it's a holding number 6 in midfield and another forward. And for me, it's a shame today because Livermental, he was sick with flu or something. He had some sort of illness. But Dan Burn didn't play terribly. But I just think that Livermental there at left back would have been given us that extra pace, extra bite, and also he would have been better going forward as well. So thank you ever so much, guys. Like and subscribe to my channel. Comment. Give me some good feedback. Let me know. Even if it's bad, I want to hear critique as well. If you don't like my videos, please let me know as well. So then at least I can try and make it better for you guys. Take care, guys. This is the Bearded Toon fan. Take care.